In this video, we're going to learn how to solve one-step equations. So if you already know how to do this, you can move on to a different video. Now, we're going to start with number 1. Now, the trick here is when solving one-step equations, we always want to get our variable by itself. You'll often hear the term isolate the variable. That means in number 1, I want v to be by itself. In order to do that, I need to turn 8 into 0. So if I have a positive 8, the way to make 8 0 is to do the opposite, which is subtracting 8. And you're going to hear this a lot in algebra. What you do to one side, you must do to the other. So if I subtract 8 to the right, I must subtract 8 to the left. That means on the right, 8 and minus 8 will become 0, and then 26 minus 8 will become 18. So v equals 18. If I go to number 2, again, the trick is to get the variable by itself, isolate the variable. So because p is on the left this time, I need to look at the number next to p. So clearly I see that p is being added to 3. 3 is positive. I need 3 to become 0, so p is alone. So I have to, again, like in problem 1, subtract. But this time I'm going to subtract 3. And what I do to one side, I must do to the other. So I'm going to subtract 3 to the right. So 3 minus 3 becomes 0. I bring down the p. I bring down the equal sign. And then 8 minus 3 is 5. So p is 5. Now, let's skip 3 and go to 4. Looking at 4, I have negative 15 plus 9. Oh my goodness, I can't talk today. Negative 15 plus n equals negative 9. Sorry about that. Now, in this case, again, n is on the left side of the equal sign. So I need to get n by itself. So I'm going to look at the negative 15. Because it's negative 15, in order to get it to become 0, I have to do the opposite, which is add 15. And what I do to one side, I must do to the other. So negative 15 plus 15 becomes 0. They cancel out. Now I have n equals negative 9 plus 15. Now, if you're not familiar with how to work with negative numbers, what I would do here is I would take 15, subtract 9, so I take the difference. 15 minus 9 is 6. Then I look at the sign of the bigger number. The bigger number is 15. 15 is positive. That means 6 must also be positive. So n equals 6. And this is how you solve one-step equations. I'll go into another part to show you other steps in one-step equations, because these are just adding and subtracting. Bye, guys.